level of TSM and Immortals.
We will see if they can do it right now. Not much changing in the ban column. We look back to game 1. Same bans in the same order as it was in that one as they're back on the same sides. Victor actually an added ban now for Liquid. They had played it themselves in game 1. I remarked that it was unusual they were even allowed to pick the champion that late.
Took it away twice.
Rise on the table now. It was what they'd banned before. If they first picked that, their prior first pick was Braum, who had went actually, well, to Liquid both games so far.
And I do have to say, the Braum was critical in a lot of the picks. As much as we focused on Fabi and the guy actually doing the sniping, Matt on Braum kept on getting slows to be able to land the Jhin ultimates, plus the passive stacks, ensuring that there's going to be an extra stun. Do a lot to secure the picks.
Okay, well, we'll see if the Braum... Actually, I would still guess it would be the Rise. Rise was first picked by Immortals in game 2, and you'd expect that to be the high priority champion here, even over a champ like Braum. But also Karma left on the table means Karma is up, but...
Ooh, over Rise. Okay, so they're going to hand over Rise once again. Yeah.
Rek'Sai over it.
Immortals just jump on it. Rise and Rek'Sai.
I like this bargain, actually, because now if you pick Braum, you now are forcing Karma into mid, which I don't think is really the best role for the champion. I feel like when you have a player like Phoenix, you want him on a hard carry, because either Fabi or Lorlo play that type of role that often.
Yeah, at least a reliable damage source, right? Not just a burst damage, but a DPS damage
and it's
source.
low burst damage, too. Only 1.5 of her abilities even deal, you know, meaningful damage here.
Yeah. There it is again, though. Not going to change much up here. Immediate lock-in. They are going to go for the picks once again. They do have Karma speed boost.
Well, Lorlo is going to have to bring out that Aurelia or Swain or something, because he's, you know, the reason I say he's not on a damage carry that often, obviously he plays, you know, a fair number of bruises in the top lane, but game 1 was Shen and game 2 on Trundle, he was very low impact, honestly. He just kind of held waves the whole time and dropped pillars. But now Lorlo has to do heavy lifting in the team fight before Reignover gets invincible. And as Immortals bring in plenty of crowd control in their own right, Nami and Ashe to back up all of this, I don't know, this champs looks scary for me.
The war of the pick 80 carries here. The
Right.
snipers are going to be looking for picks from both of them. Wild Turtle going to pick up the Ashe here. Nami and Ashe, a lot of chase potential themselves.
Yep, arrow into bubble, bubble into arrow,
Even
the wave afterwards.
Even the slows,
Yeah.
to set things up as well.
Yeah, they don't stack. You only get the highest of the 2 of them, but it's still just, you're pretty much perennially in a bad spot, and it just makes it easy. Ashe sets up bubbles very well.
Yeah, a lot of the times it's one of them setting up for the other. So Nami's getting the slow herself with her own auto attacks.
They're very long ranged as well. They have great auto attack poke, so life is difficult. There is the Aurelia for Lorlo, which makes us tunnel pretty hard in this matchup being, actually, I forgot about it, Dardoch back on Graves. He's actually prone to play this kind of style, so we are seeing parts that can work, but it's a very physical, damage-heavy team right now. Graves, Aurelia, Jhin putting down most of the damage. Karma doing some.
I rely on Karma's damage. I'm confident in her damage for the early and mid game.
Okay.
It's not until really late, unless she does do that build where people are building Athenes after the changes to Athenes. And then I'm not so confident. Yeah, then I'm not so confident in the magic damage output. But Aurelia does have the true damage parts. There's the option for Graves to build Black Cleaver, though that's not a Dardoch build, so I don't expect him to do it.
Right.
But as you say, there is that timer. I think that, you know, Fabi might revert to his Essence Reaver build on Jhin this time around unless he gets early kills. So there might not be that added pressure of him going with flat penetration.
Hecarim the lock-in as the counter pick.
Oh, yeah.
Against Aurelia in the top lane.
All right. This one is very, very scary, and I will definitely look for standard lanes. Please, please, please let me get one of our game's standard lanes so I can track Dardoch and Reignover, because these are their 2 champions. Dardoch has been very confident on Graves recently. Reignover always going back to this Rek'Sai whenever possible. And Lorlo and Huni will be exchanging blows. That is a volatile lane, if ever I've seen one.
Okay, 2 physical damage. Wearing some crowd control, wearing some mobility tools, these top laners can be fighting each other. And Graves and Rek'Sai certainly comfort picks for the junglers as well. This could be the very most important matchup in this entire map. League is always dynamic. There can always be that one player who carries the whole thing. But this could be explosive quickly.
Please, standard lanes. Everyone, pray to the
non-lane swaps.
Non-lane swap god.
Yeah, we're doing a Greek pantheon thing here. There's a god of lane swaps here in this one. Well, I guess pray to your lane swap gods. Here's your last chance to make your opinion known on Twitter. And once again, let us know who's going to win the whole thing here. Hashtag TL win or hashtag IMT win to call out who is going to take this one down. Immortals have only dropped one series, all split long, and it was only to the undefeated TSM. Could Liquid be the second team to do it? Here we go in Game 3.
Game 3 always so intense for me, and this is where I also start to look for interesting level 1 plays, because you're equipped with the Jhin Braum. You have the possibilities of killing someone early on. Go for a 5-man invade. Try and get something sneaky going on here. They're starting to group up a little bit.
Yeah, this seems like a standard sort of topside fan.
Yeah,
Karma walks in to make sure no one's flanking.
You try and use Braum to catch someone at this tri-brush. Huni does have Ghost, but hasn't dropped his Trinket Ward yet.
There it is. And they see that it's been placed as well. Both teams know that's been warded. Liquid actually is going to keep their dual lane. They walk into the top side brush and say, well, we saw Huni. You can click the Trinket Ward and see who placed it. Trinket Wards actually turn invisible slowly, giving you enough time to click and then mouse over.
Yep.
And then they're going to say, okay, well, we knew Turtle and Adrian were down there, so let's see if we can match them down there. Seems to be the call. Deathfire Touch Karma. I like it. Pobelter actually not doing the tankier Rise build. He opts out of Strength of Ages.
Yeah, pretty standard here. I mean, Karma does have the more defensive option, but I like that.
Thunderlords. So that's one.
Yeah, it's actually, if you've been watching Dardoch's stream, he's been doing a lot of Strength of the Ages old school Graves still. Not going all in with the Thunderlords that everyone's been doing with their flat DPS. Dardoch's style of Graves is that quintessential carry style, where he also tries to get lots of lifesteal and be unkillable with multiple stacks of the true grit.
Well, Immortals dual lane spotted running into this left side jungle. Lorlo able to help Dardoch kill the one thing off, and they've got to get away from this one. As a nice volley into a couple auto attacks. Adrian earns himself 19 gold. Matt cannot have the same impact against Rainover and Huni, who will get 2 camps for themselves unless the steal happens, and it won't. So a more productive early game for Immortals. Up a camp and up a little bit of gold. As Adrian roams mid, he can learn Bubble. Looking for Phoenix. Pobelter cannot land a root. A nice dodge. Another 11 gold for Adrian. And immediately Phoenix goes in for the root because he's got Matt here, and Pobelter is exhausted. A lot of damage onto him, and there's a Rek'Sai over the wall. Matt gets the kill picked up. Rainover doesn't even join the fight. Immortals forced to run away. A bubble onto Matt. Still no one is joining. And
all right, I'll take it.
Blood.
We didn't get, standard lanes, but we did get mid-lane focused action here as both supports go for the ganks. Team Liquid coming out with the first blood on the counter with Matt flashing in for it. Pretty big start for them. However, Immortals not phased. They immediately get right back to their lane swap duties, teleport in on the minion, and both of the turrets going down pretty quickly here. A very slight lead for Team Liquid in turret health. It shouldn't mean much. I think they'll finish on the same wave.
Yeah, the kill doesn't mean very much XP, and it means that 400 gold in the first blood killer, which was actually Matt's Braum. So, yeah, not the most meaningful first blood.
Could be an earlier sight zone completion.
Or Moby's like in the previous game, and he might roam even harder. Yeah, we'll see. Rainover gets the blue, as he should expect to do, as he's near his own dual lane, and the back half of round 1 lane swap is going as expected as the turrets go down, and the junglers take their allotted farm.
Yeah, Rainover already with camp lead here on Dardoch. It's manifested itself in a slight gold lead. That's growing by the minute. Even though Dardoch has a couple extra camps to take.
I don't think Gold should have flashed.
Ah!
I think he's better off getting executed.
Ah!
Oh my gosh. A mishandled lane swap now by Liquid. This turret should still go down,
I've seen this before.
Egg on their faces.
Bringing back memories of last split.
Oh, he's going to be too slow. He's worried
can't
about
get any more minions in there. Critical mistake here from Team Liquid.
Oh my gosh, that is rough. 13 HP. Liquid missed. If Lorlo had actually just let himself die to the turret and auto-attacked
if they had all committed to dying and being fine with death,
Would have been only executes. The turret would have gone down successfully.
Death comes for everyone, Freak. Sometimes you just have to accept it.
Well, Pobelter still holds Flash. He held it from the previous gank onto him, but Phoenix has the same. Dardoch also can close that distance. Rainover happens to be nearby and is already level 5 on this Rek'Sai. But there's no gank to be had, and the wave's actually going to push towards Pobelter's turret. So
yeah. During the shenanigans down bottom, Rek'Sai, Rainover here, his gold lead is ballooned to over 400 on Graves. There's been a lot of time spent here for Dardoch walking up and down the river looking for a play. All right, let's take another look at this.
Lorlo could have audibled one more time.
Yeah. And then Fabi was reloading on Jhin. These are the pitfalls of Jhin here. We always mention he's not the best of turret takers, but that was worst case scenario.
Just mismanaged, sadly. Rainover knows Lorlo's running around, trying to hide away. Lorlo's smart enough to realize that Rainover ganks this location a lot and does not want to be overextended without a turret nearby. Dardoch coming in behind Adrian, and Immortals actually going to be outnumbered. This is a 3v2 with Phoenix holding teleport. Pobelter does not. Bit of damage in a wild turtle bubble means nothing. Dardoch's going to knock down the turret pretty quickly, and now here comes the fight. Phoenix is already behind them as well. Gets the root onto Adrian. They're going for both targets at once. Wild turtle will go down, and now it's onto the Nami, who does not wear any summoners at all. Braum passive re-triggered. That's going to be 2 more kills for Liquid. Not even a problem.
Twas all a ruse, Freak. We'll leave this turret standing here with 13 health as a bait to our enemies.
More ruse in the Australian wilderness right now. Liquid doing well for themselves. 700 gold lead. Turret finally goes down. Maybe they can get even more out of this one. A great early game.
What seems like a blessing may be a curse. What seems like a curse may be a blessing.
I'm sure you're quoting something,
but
and I don't know what it is.
That's fine.
What is it?
I'll leave it there for those who do.
Okay.
Check back in on Huni up in the top lane. Actually, we'll take a look at the replay. Dardoch goes right for the turret. They try and exhaust so the second shot, because if the second shot on Graves doesn't kill the turret, he has to reload, and things could go horribly. But he's able to finish it off anyways, gets in there for the close range, and that finishes the double kill for Team Liquid. Good job adapting to unforeseen circumstances. You know, there's this playbook that people become all too comfortable with as far as the lane swaps, and Immortals were following it, and we're like, hey, cool, we just got a free little bonus here, you know.
Yep.
We got this little 1,000 gold lead for our extra turret standing, and we'll just proceed as normal. Team Liquid know that they have to adapt. When you hit a speed bump like that, when life gives you lemons, Freak,
you make lemonade.
There you go. Team Liquid made some lemonade.
Actually, you know what, Kobe? When life gives you lemons, you probably just found lemons. I don't think it was really any.
And then you make lemonade with your lemons.
Fine.
Freak, it's still stand.
But you missed the second step.
There's a third step. You sell that lemonade
and make a profit.
Then you've got money.
Now you're American.
Yes.
Here in the North American LCS. Huni rooted in place.
True entrepreneurs here, Team Liquid.
Yep.
They too have money.
They do have money.
It is only that small amount over Team Liquid, but every little bit does count.
The fact that it's only 500 gold with a 3-kill lead means there's some substantial farm disparities. You're seeing it in those top 3 players. 50% more for Huni, a lot more for Rainover, plus 14 for Pobelter as well.
Rainover's farm actually completely makes up for the kill that Dardoch had. Now he's getting a little bit more income as Isop not completely making up, small amounts fluctuating, but basically evening out.
Dardoch's cheating, he has an assist.
Yep. All right, Cloud. Drake is going to be on the table here for Immortals. Should be given away. Dardoch's on the upper side, but without Lorlo up there, I don't see the trade, especially since Rift Herald is so difficult to take, you know, this early in the game. It might be a delayed answer from Team Liquid, but could be no answer at all, as they've got their duo on the bottom side, and Rift Herald's pretty easy to stop. Huni and Pobelter might be able to take care of interfering that if Team Liquid decide to go for it. And in that case, you start up a Rift Herald and you can't finish it, you lose a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's a durable objective, absolutely, and it's threatening as well. So, we'll see what happens. Phoenix going to be donated the blue buff thanks to Dardoch. Lands the Q. Well done, buddy. Gets that one pretty cleanly here. Pobelter, at a very similar timing, gets his own blue buff. And We are in a 300 gold difference game. It's 3 kills to nothing, and the gold is practically identical. Immortals, once again, doing well with the farm.
I mean, you mentioned the farm. As of right now, the minion wave, a giant minion wave, has just been ushered into Lorlo's turret. So Huni wants to push this wave into the turret so Lorlo can't freeze it. It looks like he might be able to do that as Rainover's also come over. This is such an important thing to do that they've also called in Rainover.
Lorlo's in threat now. He's only level 5, level 7 on the Hecarim. He's going to jump back to his turret. Get away from the fear. Low on health. Phoenix is in with the shield as well. Lorlo's still alive. They look for Huni. Can they trade it back? Yes, a 1-for-1. A great teleport by Phoenix to keep the play from going pear-shaped.
And they're still able to at least get money and experience off this big minion wave. So, yes, both teleports were traded there, and they traded the kills. But that's a lot of minions that are going to go down for them.
So Phoenix can at least grab that farm, but also Dardoch is a shove in the mid lane.
Oh, here comes Rainover.
Rainover reacts faster on the play. This could be rough for Liquid. Lorlo has teleport, though, and he's trying to join. Matt gets bubbled running away, but now Huni will also get in there. Matt isn't taking the damage. He goes to snipe, and Lorlo doesn't block it. And now there's a Hecarim looking to do a whole lot of punishment. Curtain call coming in because Dardoch has arrived in the show. And will they get anything? No. It's Dardoch now running out of health. He's got to run far away. A little bit of damage on a wild turtle. Huni's still on the chase, but running out of health himself. The Q's going to get it, and Dardoch survives the encounter himself.
But here comes Belter on Rise, looking to cut him off. Dardoch's running for the hills, but he's not going to make it.
He's through the fog of war. He's running for reward.
Flash, so.
Okay. Snipe, assist credits coming over. Poboter tags the Q. Kill picked up, and Immortals clean up nicely.
Just like that, the gold is back to even here. Immortals quickly striking back. A lot of action in this game, and Phoenix was farming the top side the entire time here. So there's a big wave that Huni should probably be able to get there in time to rescue from the turret. 1 melee, 2 melees. He loses 3 only.
2 melees and a caster. The rest are there for him. You know what's similar about melee minions and dash?
Oh, God.
Neither were casters.
It's a huge inside joke because, all right, well, let's take a look at this play first. But this was Rek'Sai ultimate not being respected. The double teleports are going to come in here. Lorlo does arrive, but they have to respect Huni. The level advantage that you talked about on top side, Lorlo never got to equalize it. It's a level 7 Hecarim versus level 5 Aurelia teleport discrepancy there. Because of the focus of Immortals diving that top side and killing Lorlo before he could get that experience.
Turtle almost dies to minions down there, actually.
Yeah, it was touch and go definitely for both sides there. And very close game. How fitting for game number 3 here.
I love it.
Team Liquid are trying to take down Immortals and prove themselves as a contender for top of the table North American LCS.
Right, and this would be the last time the Liquid plays Immortals until potentially the playoffs if they end up destined there. So,
ooh, repeat here on Lorlo. Finally has been able to get to that level 6, but gonna need reinforcements. Dardoch's on the way.
Again, for the dive, they fear Lorlo back in. A chain of knockbacks and knockups means the kill should come through. And now the re-engage. They will root up Huni under the turret. He's actually got aggro, and Dardoch gets the execution.
Again,
collateral damage.
Just a counter kill, though, for Team Liquid. And they
looking for more.
They brought everybody back.
On Dardoch.
Jin ult is ready.
Rainover. Jumps over the wall, but now no flash. Curtain Call is going to snipe for 1, 2. Third one's easy. There's the 4th. That's going to be the kill picked up. 2 more for Dardoch. 4, 1, and 1 in this champion.
Quick aggro here on the Rift Herald, but I think they are going to second guess that one. There's still Poe Belter walking around in the shadows.
What's funny is Dardoch started this series saying, I do more than Rainover with less. Well, Dardoch has the most gold on his team right now. Most gold in the game even. He is the man with all the resources.
He also alluded to the stats, him being more damage focused.
Yep, but when you play Graves every game,
gonna happen. All right, let's take again. Lorlo knows that this is a possibility. The rest of the team also do. En route already, Dardoch and Phoenix. Lorlo can't make up his mind between wanting to stay under the turret for extra damage or running back to his team so he doesn't die there. But Phoenix, the tether there was so close to breaking. That was max range on Karma. Huni almost got out of it with his move speed, but good flash tether there from Phoenix, and then the chase. Matt comes in. They make Rainover move sideways rather than continuing to run vertically up and out of Fabi's range. But just the end there of the range on Curtain Call, Fabi's able to make his shots count, and they come out with one extra kill to keep the gold very, very close here.
Nice mechanics by Dardoch as well. You saw him dash past Rainover to make Q bounce off the wall to explode earlier.
There's also another thing we have to start talking about is the itemization. We alluded to it in Champion Select. Karma damage.
Turtle has to flash away from the root. Adrian taking damage as well. Tidal Whip to make the re-engage happen. Dardoch caught out of it here. He is a bit alone. Matt trying to help, puts the shield on, and Dardoch's alive. It's now Rainover running out of health, running away. Lorlo to join up the fight. Can he get anything done, though? Another snipe, and now it's looking for Adrian, looking for Rainover. Powelter tanking all of it. That would have dropped Adrian to about 100 health if that crit shot had landed.
Remember, this whole time, Huni split pushing on the Hecarim over here. He's got
Wave lost.
Such a big advantage over Lorlo, still maintaining the 2-level lead. That wave crashes into the turret. The minions are mostly going to die, and Team Liquid lose out on a large pot of experience. This is something that Immortals always do so well, is controlling the side waves, even though it seems chaotic.
They're looking for more on this one. They're going to jump in for the slow, the stun, and the kill. Powelter goes down. Another kill for Dardoch. Huni teleports in and immediately runs away. Maybe he wants in, looks for Dardoch. Shield comes across, staying alive so far. Goes for the fear. They get in a Lorlo. Rainover picks that one up, and a second one as Matt falls as well. The re-engage did actually work. Immortals now 1,500 ahead.
Yep, vengeance there for Immortals, but here, Phoenix gets the snare.
It's the root, but can't get much else done. Rainover, pretty hurt. Gets the snipe. A summoner heal for Wild Turtle. Phoenix beset now, puts on the shield. He's got the root up soon. It's going to be finding Rainover, who cannot get away, but gets back through a tunnel. Beautiful play.
Turn under attack now. Here comes the teleport. The action continues.
What a great game to get to cast right now. And the game is so close. 1,900 up, but Immortals have plenty of minions still to kill for themselves. Turtle is going to have a ton of money.
Yeah, the gold lead is going to balloon a little bit here. The minion wave that Team Liquid are going to receive on the top side is not nearly as big. This is a double or triple stacked one where Lorlo's just getting a single wave.
So how far down he is.
Once again, yeah, 3 levels now showing itself here. And back to our point that I was trying to bring up.
Yes.
That we talked about in Champ.
I'll remind you after this week.
For Belter, though, this is the beginning of the play where all of Team Liquid collapsed, and yet because Huni is so far ahead at this point, they make the call to re-engage here. He's got Frozen Heart completed already versus this mostly attack damage team. They jump in there, all in, and get the extra 2 kills. This is the point I keep trying to bring up that we talked about in Champion Select. The Karma is going with the Athene's build, so a little bit less as far as the reliable damage here. And Phoenix, he's getting a lot of good snares and shields, but look how low Turtle was. If the previous harasser from Phoenix had been a full damage build, that would have been a kill. Rainover barely gets out there with the pre-existing tunnel. But again, Huni, he rushed that Frozen Heart because he knows most of what he has to worry about is attack speed based, is physical damage. Frozen Heart is so good versus Aurelia because even though you can't really peel her due to her passive, slowing her attack speed reduces her damage output greatly. Here comes the next Drake though, and Team Liquid don't have teleport on Lolo, so it's just a steal.
Not gonna get it, and Dardoch doesn't get over the wall either, but it's a bunch of damage, and Dardoch gets popped. He gets taken down. A shutdown comes through. Wild Turtle now wearing 2 Cloud Drake buffs and a 3,000 gold lead nearly.
Taken down, and that is gonna be pretty much full Drake control for Immortals. Also, Cloud Drakes are not as bad as people are putting them out to be. This is the Hecarim on this team.
It
increases the damage. It increases this damage for the charge.
Yeah, for his first hit if he's not attacked.
Auto. Devastating indeed. But let's take another look here because Huni, level 12 on the Hecarim.
Almost tried.
Now maintaining a 3-level lead. Before it was a comfortable, reliable 3-level lead. Lorlo's about to ding 10, so he can kind of even it up here, but he can't fight Huni. Huni is far too ahead to be able to take that 1 versus 1.
Yeah, life is definitely going to be difficult now for Liquid. Ardent Sensor, the pickup for Phoenix. After the changes, you're seeing him go for the fully supportive build, which means it's even more auto-attack focused for his team.
And the shield buffs do stack, so these are going to be massive shields for Karma.
15% bonus heal and shield power, which will also affect the healing that Athene's gives. And even the self-healing if ever monsters his W. It's a lot of health to give to the team. And you know, to be honest, Immortals, if Wild Turtle does not jump and skyrocket out gold-wise, Pobelter can be itemized against. And there's only so much damage out of Immortals with, you imagine, a locket coming soonish from Matt, the double Ruby Crystal. Going towards that, I'm almost certain. Hex Drinker out of Dardoch as well.
It'll be about the picks still. Remember, both teams are running marksman with long-range pick potential. Is it going to be Fabi or Wild Turtle hitting the mark to try and gain the champion advantage? As of right now, teleport coming in. Rainover also coming in. They're collapsing on mid.
Arrow lands on Matt, but he puts up the shield. He'll tank away the... No, actually, it's not going to hit anybody. Here comes Huni into the back line. Flashed away from the front lines alive. Matt's going to get whittled down. One more hit will do it, and he can't do it. Turtle goes too far forward. Reminiscent of the TSM days, he's out of this fight. Now Rainover taking a lot of punishment, but he is durable himself. Lorlo in the shields are on. That's going to be enough damage. Lorlo gets his first kill of the game. And Liquid managed to kite it out properly off the huge shields of Phoenix.
Turtle gets baited in by Matt at 50 health. Overextends, has to blow both summoners to escape, has to stop doing damage, and Team Liquid get to turn it around, kill off Dardoch, take the mid turret, and invade the jungle.
And let's see how much more they can get here. Of course, plenty of bonus received healing. Nope, not quite going to happen. Phoenix did not want to go in quite on that one. But this is now looking a bit dangerous for Immortals. Normally this team is so good at pulling the trigger, playing aggressively, and getting a lead, but that one backfired. And
yeah,
maybe that again.
That easily steps in to take that arrow. Ideal for Team Liquid. Then he gets stunned on the outside here and almost focused down. But spamming flash, he's able to get it off before the bubble lands. There you see Turtle got chased out. Jhin ultimate does come in for the chase. Dardoch and Lorlo make the call to finish it off. On to Rainover, and Phoenix is also AoE shielding for the chases here.
Yeah, and Phoenix flinched on the 1v1 against Pobelter. He was dropped very low, but had the tether started, the root from his W. Had some backup, and he's like, felt it was a little bit scary. Wild Turtle's still up there, and doesn't go for the chase in the second kill.
It's kind of that split where Dardoch and Lorlo are yelling to go after Rainover and finish the kill, so maybe not confident that he had extra backup. Regardless, Team Liquid do get right back into this game.
Phoenix playing the support basically from the mid lane. Looks like it might work okay for themselves. We've got Dardoch going for some crit now. Probably a Phantom Dancer.
Yep, Phantom Dancer. Very common for Graves. I'm really looking at Fabi though as far as the builds, because I thought he might go more with the crit-oriented build this time around because he's facing two tanks that are going to be building armor and going to be pretty healthy. Huni should probably continue building tank. You can pretty much just survive on Trinity Force as your only offensive item.
Turtle doesn't have any armor! And he is gone. Fabi crits the last one for 910. And now Rainover has to run away. He does not have a tunnel to find. There's the stun. There's the chain CC. Rainover hoping his tunnel's up soon enough. But he's able to run away thanks to a tidal wave out of Adrian. But Wild Turtle getting picked
on the
off.
bottom.
Yeah, this is a tough fight for Lorlo. He's still 2 levels down. He's down more than 2,000 gold as well. Trying to jump around the map, but Huni's going to have the charge back up soon. Another stun comes across. The flash, the chase with the horses. Matt lands it slow. It doesn't even matter. And Huni knocks him down.
Meanwhile, Pobelter is also at the turret.
Doing plenty of damage himself, but walks away from the teleport of Phoenix.
Draws the teleport, relieves pressure on mid lane, and now Team Liquid have to collapse because they're getting teleported on.
Here comes Pobelter, the rise in from behind, gets away from the arrow. It's a bit of a 3 versus 3. Where's the rest of the team? Pobelter's run on top of him, gets exhausted, and Matt tries to block the damage. Does that pretty well, but Fabi still drops down. Help from Wild Turtle. Now Matt is left alone. Can't do any damage. Shut down. And at least a trade kill now for Dardoch, who wants back in on a Wild Turtle. He really wants this one. Pobelter is out of cooldowns for the most part, and the shots come through. A double for Dardoch in the face of Wild Turtle. Shotguns are a better invention than a bow and arrow. He wants a fourth, but he can't quite get it. Rainover running over the wall. And not much more picked up, but an 8-2 Dardoch is trying to carry Liquid on his back.
Woo! Woo! With Phoenix supporting him. As soon as Phoenix showed up, he knew he had multiple renewable shields coming in. Phoenix able to kite out as well. He's doing a great job on the supportive mid laner, setting up these guys to carry. Lorlo, though, he has been taking a beating. This is the main weak spot for Team Liquid. Early on, level discrepancy, getting dove and focused by Immortals. Let's take another look, though. Matt jumps in. Exhaust puts up the shield. They try and go for the one run. He misses the Q, so they don't get the stun off. Immediately, Fabi goes down. Dardoch trying to get the solo kill. Does find it and turns as soon as Phoenix heads up. He says, hey, I've got your back. Zones off Turtle. Takes down Pobelter. Immediately moves into the next threat. And Turtle, honestly, not much he was going to be able to get done there. So, bit of a mistake there from Immortals. And Dardoch, again, escaping on a pre-existing tunnel.
Yep. Why you want to spam them when you're going through the jungle. Pre-placing those is really important. And now we see the mid lane siege. Keep in mind, though, Immortals are still up about 2,000 gold themselves. They are technically ahead.
Yep.
Drake buffs as well as the gold. Arrow's going to land, and it's going to hit Phoenix, but the shield is up. There will be no follow-through.
Booney waiting in the fountain with home guards. Has teleport ready. There are plenty of wards for him to go on. He ventures out, then goes back to wait. They're still looking for that collapse. Rainover has flash as well. Immortals have all the tools to engage. This could be risky for Team Liquid, exposing themselves in the middle of the map like this.
What's the play they're going for, though? 5
there it
on
is.
5. There's the teleport. Here comes the play. Rainover across the side. A flash knock up onto 3. Pobelter's in. Matt buys some time. Bubble lands, but Fabi gets caught up by Huni, who's running for this one. Flashing away from the fear. Fabi stays alive, but Liquid have no health left. Phoenix trying to slow him down. Matt will be sacrificed, and Fabi's going to be next. He's got no way out. A double kill for Huni, reminding everyone of what kind of player he is.
You have to set up a push like that. You have to clean the wards behind you. Team Liquid exposed their back. Fabi sets up shop, tries to snipe from the outside, but Huni finds him. And that is going to be Immortals taking a pretty big lead in this game. Now they're looking for extra kills.
And it's going to be Phoenix going down. This time he's going to drop, and it's Lorlo running with nowhere to go. Looks for Wild Turtle. A good flash to get away. The kiting happens. Dardoch, the last one alive. He's got nothing to do for himself. He flashed away, and okay, Liquid's buying some time. Baron's not dying yet, but Liquid are going to lose every single member on their team over and over and over again. The delayed ace comes through. 2 have yet revived now from Liquid, but you can't stop this Baron.
That
Immortals take 5.
Is going to haunt Team Liquid. Multiple wards behind them. The Immortals were patient and waited for the complete commitment towards mid lane. Team Liquid unable to secure their backs. And Immortals get the multi-directional flank. And there goes Huni. Right in on Fabi. Didn't even get a shot off, and he had no chance. Does flash away for a second, but Huni's able to chase them down. He's got Ghost running, gets the kill, has another charge. Fabi, actually, if he had gone for the auto, would have gotten the stun instead of going for the W snare there.
Yeah.
But probably still would have gotten chased down later. Regardless, Immortals are going to take that team fight victory, run it down mid, and regain complete map control. This will be Drake number 4, Infernal to boot.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait. Yeah, that's not going to come up for a while.
Doesn't look like it. I'm going to check someone just to be double certain on this one, but we do have some replays. Yeah, they are not wearing an Infernal Drake buff right now. It's definitely 2 clouds in an ocean. The overlay is accurate. And Immortals playing the rotation game as best they can now. A sizable lead, 8,000 and more, as they push in with this Baron buff for more than 2 minutes left. Arrow's going to land. Matt tanks it up, but he's only so durable. A lot of damage onto him. Pops the ulti across. Rainover can absorb so much punishment. Huni's already gotten into the back line and picked off one. Now he's slowed down under the turret, but Fabi doesn't continue the curtain call to do anything. Mid lane tier 2 is down. 5v4 for Immortals.
They'll take the turret and back out. Adrian gets snared, but he's okay.
A nice little
16 to 12 is the level discrepancy.
But they have the CC. Lorla's going to survive with the shield, and it should be a kill picked up. But Fabi, this gets dropped by a Wild Turn, but now he's the one attacked, and that'll be a trade kill. Lorla gets one back in here. Now it's on a Dardoch running away. 3 versus 4 on the map. But Liquid don't have the health bars to really count as 4 members right here.
Can they scramble? They're being chased away from their own base right now. Baron buffs, Nami speed, as well as the double Cloud Drake for Immortals. They should be able to chase him down.
Jumps to a couple of minions. Lorlo buying what time he can. The mechanics are solid. You saw Q, auto Q to jump 2 minions away, but now Rainover is going to be able to pick this one up. That's the Gromp to help make sure. Even the jungle is on Immortals' side right now. A 6 versus 5 at this point for what grabs the blue buff. And Immortals almost have 10,000 now.
That one push up mid lane really sealed it. Immortals were almost giving as good as they were getting. They were trying to fight back into the game up until that point, but now it's such a huge hole. Baron power play, 4,000 almost. Here's Huni, who actually made too aggressive of a move there. Lorlo makes the counter kill here on Turtle, but again, Immortals collapsing. They cut off the retreat from the rest of Team Liquid. And that was the end of that. Phoenix does end up getting away. Karma's pretty hard to chase. But
makes it a 2 for 2 overall. It buys some time. It times out the Baron buff. And we can see now what Liquid can do to pull the pieces back together. To their credit, Huni will stop leveling up soon. He's only got one more to go. Look at the bright side.
That's always that silver lining where, okay, they can only get so far ahead, right?
He's got no item slots left. You know, that chain vest completes, then he's done.
It takes a long time, though. Everyone has to have that mentality for Team Liquid now. Farm for late. Try and get to 6 items, level 18s on everyone.
See if they can find it. Lorlo can pretty much continually stun up Huni, but it's 13 to 17. Really unafraid of this one. Looking for the bot side of the map without the top laners fighting. This 4-on-4 would be closer considering Huni's individual lead is 6,000. But the turret goes down. Immortals not being stopped down here at all.
I keep returning to it, but the experience, it's not just the gold on Huni. He has a 5-level advantage in the 1 versus 1 with Lorlo.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Been sacrificed so often, 1, 7, and 6. Ooh, missed ulti from Matt, no play to be made. Lorlo wanted to roam down, but here comes everything. The crowd control coming across, lands on a Dardoch, the major carry, feared up as well, but they've actually picked off the Aurelia. It's gonna be Matt next up. The Braum should be going down as they put the slows in. A 5 versus 3 now for Immortals. Huni can shrug off the Duskblade damage from Fabi. It means nothing to him as they continue to look for something else to push forward on. 6-kill lead. Immortals want in on this. A root, the flash engage. They've got Dardoch, they've got Graves in their sights, but he gets back to the fountain. Phoenix flashing away as well. Fabi, also one of the back lines. Onto the turret, but there's no minions to tank it, so they've got to buy themselves a bit more time.
Minions were flooding into the top side, though. Huni heads up there to get the other inhibitor. Isn't able to finish it off, and he's too low health, has to escape. And Team Liquid are going to be able to survive on just 1 downed inhibitor. However, there's that Infernal Drake. That is going to be handed over to Immortals.
And it's a nice way to boost up all of your stat leads right now. Adrian has the Ardent Sensor himself, and now Mikhail's Crucible, so he's just stacking the healing. Funny thing for him is actually Locket would have been almost better on him to make sure he spread Ardent Sensor around. Because now he can only do it with his targeted healing, but that's okay. Big health pool definitely coming out of this support. Locket's done for Matt as he goes towards his own Frozen Heart. But it looks like Liquid are running out of options. A lot of AP on Phoenix. You can support this team up. But we'll see. Dardoch has his Last Whisper upgrade. The Lord Dominic's Regards is in. He can definitely punch through some of these frontliners. Both Rainover and Huni have a lot of health, a lot of armor. Dardoch can do damage to them, but despite the crowd cheers and most of the favor of Liquid, Immortals are incredibly far ahead.
Yeah, this is the situation where you caution against, you know, the Jin's going for the flat armor penetration, facing double tanks here, especially since Huni can just stack armor as well as Rainover.
Here we go. The flank. Here comes the play. Phoenix puts on the shields. They buy some time, but Matt is so dangerously low. Turtle takes him out, and Huni finds Fabi. Jumps back over, fears him, takes him out. It's 2 kills picked up. Make that a 3rd as they look for the kill into Dardoch. For it to be 4. Lorlo's already dropped as well. Phoenix chased down by the horsey, and he's gonna go down. Dardoch, the last man standing, isn't anymore. An ace for Immortals. Liquid wanted the upset, but Immortal says it is not that simple here today. The turrets are going to fall. They're gonna take the series. They keep their record looking beautiful as they knock down the rest of the base. They take the series 2-1, and they cement themselves again as a top 2 team in North America.
Immortals really coming together in that last game. Huni pressing up and Reignover targeting Lorlo very early on. As a team, they focus on that lane, get a huge mismatch, and continue to grow that lead throughout the duration of the game, allowing him to be able to continuously dive Fabi in the back lane, never giving him time to set up to snipe.
Yeah.
And Team Liquid have made progress. They took a game off Immortals this time around, pushed it to game 3.
Right? I mean, that's still something you can hold your head high with. You saw the